Looking for epic coastal camps without epic price tags? We're on South Australia's Yorke Peninsula at a low-cost clifftop camp. Then we tow the van into Inneston National Park for an off-grid camp located between two beautiful beaches. If you stick around to the end, we'll show you the hidden rock pool we find on a secluded beach, the perfect way to finish our Yorke Peninsula stay. We've been spending time exploring the Yorke Peninsula, and this part of the trip is all about slowing things down and chasing those quieter coastal camps that still feel wild and untouched. We're caravanning South Australia with our off-grid setup, and we're moving along the coast and into Inneston National Park, a place known for its rugged shorelines, its history, and some of the most rewarding beach camps in the region. This is the kind of coastal camping that reminds us why we love travelling off-grid. Inside Inneston National Park, our campsite is tucked into the dunes with two very different stretches of coastline on either side, one raw and exposed to the ocean and the other calmer and more sheltered. It's wild, it's rugged, and it proves you don't need big budgets to experience something truly special. Let's show you what this part of the Yorke Peninsula is really like. Travelling through the country from Wool Bay across to the other side, we're going to end up coming in through the back of Point Turton and out to the start of this coastal drive where we're going to turn south and start looking for a campsite for ourselves today. It's a just gorgeous drive actually. We're driving through the wheat and the malt barley fields, and just on my left there's some salt lakes. We drove through there the other day. Magnificent country really. Yorke Peninsula has such a variation of landscapes, and that's what we're loving.
Yeah, so we actually don't know where we're going to camp tonight. But one of the things we love about being off-grid is like, let's go, let's find a spot that we want to camp at and really enjoy it, rather than booking it and getting there and not knowing what it's going to turn out to be, and it isn't what it lives up to be. So what we generally do is that we will find a spot, and then because we got Starlink, we just pull over at that spot. We get online. With the Yorke Peninsula Council, they have these 19 dedicated campgrounds that you can book, and it's in their app. There's a QR code for it, and then once you go into that, you can select it and then pick the number of nights you want to stay, pay for it, and Bob's your uncle. You're there having a great time at the spot you want to be at, that you like the most. So I've decided to type in Berry Bay because it looks absolutely beautiful. So we're going to head over there, and as soon as we hit that, we're going to just head straight along the coast road with magnificent views until we find that camp spot we want to get and stay the night at.
Alrighty, we've just hit gravel. We're on our way to the Corny Point Lighthouse. We've just come through the little township of Corny Point, and after that we shall be getting those glorious views of the coastline.
We're heading down to our destination, our camp spot, but today is spectacular. It was blowing a gale this morning, but now it's just open up. It is beautiful, blue skies, the water is blue. Gee, I reckon I can go for a swim this afternoon if this keeps up. What about you?
Oh, easy. You know me, I'm in the water as soon as I see it. All right, guys, let's go. Oh, wow. This is magnificent. I'm so excited. Look at the colour of that sea. Check this out, everyone.
Why you give a green light? It's a red flag. When you send that, didn't know we felt like it's always. I meant that when I send that. Why you give a green light? It's a red flag. When you send that, didn't know we felt like it's always. It's always. It's always.
coast looks rugged and wild, and so far so good. I think that there's doesn't look at the moment. We're just looking ahead to the campsite we're wanting to go to. It's called the Gravel Campground. Anyway, it's looking pretty magnificent. I don't think there's anyone there. Alrighty, so we've just pulled up here because we just want to jump out of the car and go and check it out first.
Yeah, we like to walk it first. I mean, I put the drone up and had a look and it looks good, but things look different in tighter spaces. So safer to walk it, and if this spot's the right one, well, we're staying the night.
What do you reckon, Pete?
I think this is the holy grail of spots. I can't believe there's nobody here.
And guys, wait until we show you. Oh, I'm so excited. Check out the views. Look at this.
It's a red flag when you stand out. Didn't know we fell back into old ways.
News alert. Abort mission.
Agony to ecstasy. This is the first spot that I felt I could have got in and I can't get in. It's just the angles are wrong and each side is, you know, there's walls of sand about that deep and I can't maneuver it. So what a beautiful spot and what a big disappointment.
But you know what? As some of you are probably getting to know about Pete and I, we are always a glass half full. And I reckon, Pete, there's a reason for this. There's got to be a reason for it.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. There is something better for us. Absolutely something better. I'm going to get on Wiki Camps. I'm going to find it and we're going to get there and we're going to just pull out a couple of beers, get our Stratus chairs out and have a slow drink. Let's have a crack.
Let's have a go.
Let's go.
So the plan is there's a couple of other bush campgrounds along here. One's called Swincer Rocks and the other one's called Gleesons Landing. However, to get down to those two campsites, this road stops in a minute and it goes back in onto the Marion Road, which is the main road heading down, and then we've got to come back out to the coastline again. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to the coastline again. Let's give this another go, Pete. Fingers crossed.
All part of the adventure, Tani.
The road has certainly narrowed here as we're coming up the hill around this point. We are actually at the Gleesons Landing area. And there's a whole variation of campsites here by the looks. And the road turns from, you know, soft sandy gravel to then you're on top of this hard rock combined with the sandy track, and then it gets very shaly. So it's a little bit rough, but certainly not undoable. Anyway, we're coming up to another bend. We've just come over the hill and heading up to where Pete saw what looks like a pretty good campsite on the drone. He sent it ahead before to have a look. So we're coming around the bend. Here we go, fingers crossed. Had a bit of a break and the afternoon's looking pretty glorious, I've got to tell you. What do you think, Pete?
Oh, the light's getting lower. There's nobody around.
We're really blown away by this coastline. The sun's going down slowly. Getting ready to go for a walk, and we've stepped outside the van and we can smell a heap of smoke. It's very strong. We looked over in the hills at the distance at the back there. And there's a lot of smoke because unfortunately over on the Yorke Peninsula, right at the bottom, there's a beautiful national park called Deep Creek National Park. Now unfortunately that is in blaze at the moment. There's a raging fire, and yeah, so we're just thinking of everyone over there on the Flurio and hope everyone stays safe. But it's coming right over here, right over this next peninsula here on the Yorke now, and you can just see it wherever you look. So I hope everyone's going to be okay, including the wildlife. But one beautiful thing is it will create a really nice sunset tonight. So Pete has always said to me, Tan, whenever you see smoke on sunset, it creates a really nice effect.
After the walk, when we sit down to have a beer, as that sun sets, I'll put the drone up and you'll see this most magnificent sunset.
Morning everyone. Well, it's a pretty beautiful day here today. So as you saw last night, we stayed on at the day parking area to watch that sun go down. So we were a bit late getting into camp, but we rocked up over here last night into our campsite, and we still have just as glorious views. It's a beautiful morning, Pete's out there setting up the chairs now, so we're just going to enjoy the views and make a plan for the day. I want to show you in a minute too, there's a sign there that's saying there's a big osprey nest out here on the reef, out on the rocks, so I'm hoping I can get in close enough with my iPhone so we can get a closer look at it. So I just wanted to take you for a walk around the campsite here. And this area is called Gleesons Landing, and there's a couple of campsite spots in here, but it's pretty special. So over here, hang on, I'll just point in the right direction. So over there is the beach, beautiful beach, and then you can see a rocky peninsula that comes out there that's full of rock pools, and then right in front of us here is a very long, wide series of rock pools and like rocky reef. And just out here is the osprey nest. And there are dozens of different types of seabirds. You can see the kelp and all the rock pools down there. It's very wild and very beautiful. I mean, we're lucky because it's actually gorgeous down here today. I've heard it can actually blow a gale. So just here is where we're parked up, in a nice flat area. So the surface is quite sort of like, you get this hard rock and a bit of shale, and then you get a bit of like soft sand mixed into it. But there's a nice big turnaround area here, so that's good. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. The views are gorgeous.
Behind us, which we'll take you to today, is a beach that is like last night when we walked along, it was beautiful, but today we're going to spend a bit of time, go for a swim there, sit back and enjoy it, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, I'm just dying to see this national park, this Inneston National Park. Everybody talks about it.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with a splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing and blink. I can go for some weeping too. Hey baby, if you're looking for some crazy, I tell you everybody's standing in line for the water slide. You can come on over.
Yeah, we had a nice ranger pop in today and just checked that we'd paid, and he gave me a brochure. And look, we don't want to pass that on to you because yesterday we did get a little bit caught in one of the tighter campsites. So this is the brochure we got given by the ranger. So there's 19 different campgrounds. So on the left is all the different ones, and then they're marked here in blue. So they're all the way down the Yorke, right across here, excluding the national park, which is here. So that's a different system run by Parks SA. You've got a legend, so campground size, so it runs from small through to extra large. When we went through Gravel Bay, we couldn't get in, so we kept going. But once we got this brochure, it's actually marked as small, a small site here. So if you've got a bigger van, guys, look for the extra large or the large, which is marked down here. So we're here at Gleesons Landing, which is purple, which is an extra large site.
Right, so I think what we'll do now is we'll head down the beach. See you down there. So here's my little gouache painting. It's gouache and ink, and I just started off by doing a light outline of the landscape and then just washing in a little bit of colour without too much detail. And then I just went in over with pen and just scratched in a few little marks to highlight the detail. And this is what I like to do to relax. Besides the work that we love doing, which is filming and creating beautiful content, this is where we truly relax. And quite often this is what we do when we do put the cameras down, and we just have some time to sink into some art. It's just a very nice thing to do, and I find that when I'm doing it, I really observe the landscape. Because of the time that takes and all other distractions are just dropping off, I find that I get into this zone. It's called the creative flow. Yeah, it's like watching a movie. When you go into a movie, you're absorbed into it, and then when it stops, you come back to the real world. That's what making art does for me, particularly little paintings like this. I mean, I just love it. If you're ever in the Yorke Peninsula, guys, please make sure you get down here. Really, it's just one of those spots.
So this morning we are just looking at the National Parks and Wildlife website from South Australia, and this is the Inneston National Park. We are at the moment north of here and at Gleesons Landing, and we have to drive all the way through here, and then we want to go to Pondalowie, which is there, and we'll stay there for a couple of days. If you have a look over here, you can see it's quite a large campground. These are all the larger campsites, and apparently there is a smaller section this way for tents and rooftop cars. So that's where we're going to go today.
Alrighty, let's go. New campsite this morning, Pete?
Yeah, the famous Pondalowie Bay Campsite in the National Park Tunnel.
Let's go.
All right.
But we're on our way, we're heading south. We've got to cross over to the other side of the southern tip of the Yorke Peninsula to a little town called Marion Bay. Now we're going to stop and get a few supplies there, and then straight after that it won't be long before we're hitting the national park. So just as you come into Marion Bay, there's a little petrol station that is also a general store. So we picked up a few little bits and pieces there. We've got the tanks full of diesel, and we're on our way. We thought we'll go for a little spin around the bay at Marion Bay, and then we're going to hit the national park. Inneston National Park, here we come.
Just can't wait to take you guys along with us.
Okay, Okay, so first up we're going to pop into the visitor centre and just gather a bit of local info. It's what we always like to do, and just get a rundown on the area. It's great because if you're caravanning, there is a long parking bay here just outside the Visitor Information Centre. Alrighty, let's go and see what we can find out. They're very helpful in there, and they have every sort of piece of information that you might want to know. But basically what we wanted to find out was what walking trails and hikes they have in the national park.
There's 10, I've just counted them. There are 10 walks just here, and they're all based on different campgrounds. We'll be staying at Pondalowie, maybe the West Cape Headland hike.
I reckon that'd be good because it's a really, really good day today. I mean, as you've probably seen our travels in the last few weeks, South Australia has a tendency to get those winds up at any given time. And so because it is such a great day, I reckon we should hit the walking trails.
Yeah, let's just dump the van.
Yep.
And head off for the day.
Yeah, sounds great. All right, guys, let's go find camp. Oh my goodness.
Oh, how beautiful is this?
Just coming over that hill and seeing all these white big cliffs on the headlands and islands out there to see. Magnificent.
Dad there protecting them.
Check this out. There's a whole family.
So we've just arrived, and there is a ring around circle with various different sites here. There's heaps to pick from. So we always think of the solar. I've got up the compass for where north is, which is that way. So the other thing we got to consider is we don't have an awning. So in the western afternoon, we want to get a little bit of shade. So this one here, Tan's just about to show you, I think would fit the bill pretty well, particularly for the afternoon.
Looks pretty good. I can see a great big sand hill right behind it.
Decision made?
Okay, let's do it. I think that's good. Happy with that. I love our caravan awning, Pete.
Well, you make do, don't you? You sort of think, well, how can we get around this? We had this one at Rapid Bay. Someone had left it behind. It was broken, so I did a few repairs on it, thinking that we might need it.
10 metres away is this really beautiful kangaroo, and he's just been feeding away on the bush there. How special is that? Anyway, so look, what we're going to do this afternoon is we had a little bit of a break because it was boiling hot when we got here, as you probably saw when we were unpacking. So we had a break, and the plan is there's a really nice cape just up here. We're going to backtrack just a little bit. It's probably only 10 minutes down the road. It's called West Cape, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah, it's Lighthouse there.
Yeah, so we'll go and have a look up there. And then we thought we might leave our swim just a little bit later this afternoon when, the sun's going down. That should be lovely. So, let's get on with the afternoon. Okay, so there's a car park here that we've just pulled into, and before we get to the lighthouse, we turned around and yet there is this other absolutely stunning view. It's called West Cape and it is unbelievable. It's a really grand, magnificent beach, and we can see some islands out there. I think we can see over to the Fleurieu Peninsula from here too.
Yeah, I'd say you can.
So we're now just walking over to the other lookout on the other side of the car park. Have a look at this one.
My Lord, it's unbelievable. If I want to do some watercolour paintings, I could be here for a lifetime. There is just so many subjects.
Have a look at this. Just out here we can see a whole series of magnificent headlands, and there's a big bay in here. Where we're staying is just over here, over the other side of that headland there down at Pondalowie. So here's the car park here, and that was that really large big beach we just showed you, and we walked through there to have a look at the other side there just then. But right now we're going to head up here, right up the top there.
All right, so we're going to head up to the lookout. This is the West Cape Headland Lookout. Out here, Tan, if you have a look, there's 3 islands. Now this protects Pondalowie from all the weather, and that allows the cray boats to moor up in the cove there. They can catch lobsters from, I think it's from November right the way through to April.
The steep cliffs and often hazardous waters around Inneston National Park claimed many ships and their crews. Lighthouses were built along the coast, but ironically most of the wrecks in the area occurred after the lighthouses were built. From this lookout, the lights of 5 lighthouses can be seen at night: Wedge Island, West Cape, Cape Spencer, Pondalowie Bay and Althorpe Island. Complete 360 views up here, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's a lighthouse, this peninsula, it's just so dynamic.
Little did I realise there was going to be all these like islands and bays and little peninsulas and giant sandhills and giant cliffs like this. It's really, really taking my breath away.
Alrighty, so let's head over for a swim, Tan.
Yeah, I reckon that's a nice way to end the day.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise to find a fishing village here in the national park. But look, when I read up on it, it's fascinating, you know, because what's happened is that they were here before the national park, so they can exist here because it's owned by the people generationally. So it'll be interesting to see over time what happens as, you know, slowly but surely people die off or families lose interest, whether the national parks will buy it or whether they don't care and then someone will pick up the new lease or freehold on it. So if somebody knows, let us know in the comments below. I'm really interested in that.
Gorgeous. There's all these beautiful little shells here, and there's also like these little abalone shells. Have a look at this. So today we're coming from our campground and we're going to travel along the road to the Ethyl Shipwreck. You can only sort of access the shipwreck on the lower tides and come up to the Inneston Historic Township back along here and explore this area. So around here you've got the beautiful Stenhouse Bay lookout walk. So there's lots to see, but it's in, you know, really just short driving distances. So we are so excited to get out and explore it all today. Good morning.
Hi guys.
We have got a big day of exploring today. We're going to be getting all across the Inneston National Park. First port of call is a shipwreck.
Yeah, we're going to go and have a look at the remains of the Ethyl Shipwreck. So when we get down there, we're hoping that it's going to have its ribs exposed. Obviously, it's rusting out at a rapid rate. But we'll take you along and we'll see what we discover. So I've been dying to know the history of it, so thank goodness there's a sign here. So basically the Ethyl was coming through the strait out there in 1904, and poor visibility and gale forced it up onto the beach here. So look, at the end of the day there was a young sailor there, which is the sad bit, who volunteered to swim a line to shore, but he actually went out and drowned. And then the next morning, it was beautiful weather, they got rescued, and the owners could never get the ship off the beach. Hence, we've got a shipwreck. So next we're going to take you to an historical town called Inneston. Now this is where they produced chalk for schools.
Gypsum mining started at Inneston Lake in 1913, followed by the construction of 36 houses for the 130 new residents to service the mine. An isolated community, many of the remaining buildings you'll see today have been made with local stone, gypsum blocks, limestone and lime mortar. It was an industrious place. The Yorke Peninsula Plaster Company, established within the town, built the plaster factory and associated buildings, shops and stores.
Well, here it is, guys. This is where they made chalk for school. It was called Belco chalk in 1980s. And if you've ever had any chalk thrown at you from a teacher in the classroom, this is where it came from. Not much left of it now, but I'm pretty excited to show you guys that we found it.
I have one question, Pete.
Yeah.
Do you speak from experience?
I tell you what, Tan, I will write the reply to that in the comments below. And if you guys want to know the story, check the comments out. Thumbs up.
The life of Inneston was short-lived, however, because the arrival of the Great Depression in the 1930s. The plaster factory closed, residents left and the town slowly died.
All right, so we're on our way now down to Stenhouse Bay, and we want to show you something there that is very, very beautiful. This magnificent jetty that's there. Reading through on the notes on the gypsum that got mined out of Inneston, this is where it actually left from. So they had to cart it all the way down to the jetty. We can't put the drone up again, sorry guys, this place is a dream for a drone, but South Australian national parks don't allow it, and that's the rules and that's fair enough. So the famous Stenhouse jetty. Do you know what, Tan?
Yeah,
I want to give a shout out to Sparky's on the Loose. Now,
definitely.
you guys were the first guys that introduced us to this place, and we have thought of you as we've walked along and looked at that view. So thanks guys, we appreciate the videos you did many years ago. Hey Tan, look at this. So there's the tram line, there's the sleepers for the tram lines that come down here to the jetty. They're still here. Yeah, so, and look, I'm just looking along here. If you have a look, guys, up at the top there, there's some structures. So I'm really curious about what that is, whether it was a kiln or whether it was just an area where they held the gypsum. So guys, that's it for the jetty here at Stenhouse. There's not much information on it, but all I can say is there's a hell of a lot of work happened here years ago.
So I just wanted to show you the overall map of Pondalowie Campground. So up here in this section is all camper trailers here, so there's quite a few sites there, and then down in this lower section is in here in this loop. We're at 31, which is great because the beautiful big sand hills are just here right behind you. If it was available, we probably would have taken campsite 29 because it's easy to pull in with your van and then back straight in there. Same for getting out, and it's really private because you've got all this bush and sand hills around you here. But site 31 was fantastic for us again because you can pull in and it's a really nice turn back into here. Just climbed up the sand hill just behind our campsite here. You can see our van down there just below, and you can just see the beautiful blue seas of Pondalowie Bay. It's absolutely beautiful, this spot, because we're actually located between two coastlines, two beaches. So yeah, we're pretty happy, and it's very central to the rest of Inneston National Park where we're camped up here. It's very private and it's very sheltered, which is a very good thing down on this tip of the coastline of Inneston National Park, because when the wind gets up, boy, it can get up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to continue through the bush here, just up onto the higher part of the sand dunes, because just on the other side, I want to show you the view. Okay, so I'm now at the top of the sand dunes, and right over here is the beautiful bay we were overlooking yesterday when we were right up there at West Cape Lighthouse. The views go right around here and then back out here onto Pondalowie Bay. So yeah, top spot, absolutely top spot. There are so many bays and beaches and lookouts and treks and walks in this national park. It is so rich and so jam-packed with things to do. So yeah, if you're ever, caravanning Australia down on the Yorke Peninsula, please get down to the bottom tip here. It's just absolutely beautiful. So we were just looking at the map of the Inneston National Park after lunch, and we've just seen that there is another little beach further up over those sand dunes. It's about another probably 15 minutes drive north of here. I think that's as far as you can go around the western side of Inneston National Park. And it's a little spot called Shell Beach. Now, we think that might be just the most beautiful way to spend the afternoon, but just curious to see what's up there, because we didn't even realise it was here at first. So, yep, we've got another little bit of exploring to do this afternoon. We'll see you up at the beach.
I've got the fishing rods in, I've got the bait in. Let's go and see if we can get another King George whiting.
Oh, that'd be such a nice way to end the day.
Or two.
Fingers crossed, let's go. Wow, I think we've nailed it for this afternoon. There is no one on this beach, and we're just trying to find a spot.
Well, there is a little spot just up that way, and it's a rock pearl. So I reckon we should go up there, and also I think it could be not a bad chance of catching a fish, fingers crossed.
Yeah, some whiting would be good.
Whiting would be excellent.
All right, let's go and explore.
Now this is my remedy, let the seas sway with me, we're getting my energy, let the seas sway with me, my remedy, let the seas sway with me, getting my energy, let the seas sway with me,
Okay, so we've clambered around the rocks, around the point at Shell Beach, and Pete thinks he's found a really nice little rock pool to swim in. So just a few more rocks to clamber over and then we're there.
Yep, so this is our last swim here at Inneston National Park. So let's get into this rock pool, I can't wait.
Now this is my remedy, let the seas sway with me, we're getting my energy, let the seas sway with me.
Come on, it's hard, it's awesome, come on.
I'm coming.
Getting my energy,
Oh look, there's a current in here.
Yeah, how good is it?
It's beautiful. It's actually quite well.
It's like gravity can't touch me when I'm here. Carry all this paper still. Trust the current takes me safe for sure. Trust the current takes me safe for sure. Now this is my remedy, let the seas sway with me, We're getting my energy, let the seas sway with me, My remedy, let the seas sway with me, Getting my energy, let the seas sway with me, Sway with me.
How'd you go, Pete?
I've got a couple of bites, but yeah, they beat me. So I want to rebait, and then I'm going to work a bit further up the beach. So I'm hoping to catch a King George whiting here, Tan. It's sandy beaches, and I've seen quite a few pippies that are just, the shells are just on the ground down here on the sand. So it's sandy beaches. Yeah, this is a spot to get them, I reckon.
Pull him in, Pete. Wind him in. Oh, I thought he got away. That's a shame. Anyway, good fun.
Absolutely.
That would have been a crazy. The next day, Pete got a call every bloke wants. Mate, get up here. We're heading out crabbing.
So I packed my gear and met our mate Pete and Clubsy off the east coast, just near Port Vincent. Conditions were too good to ignore and the boat was ready to hit the water. Blue sky, calm seas and a deck of crab pot. And you just knew it was going to be a day to remember.
And let's just say it didn't disappoint. The boys cleaned up. Pot after pot, coming up with swimmer crabs, setting them up for an absolute feast. And just when the day couldn't get any better, Chef Clarkey cooks a feast and revealed his famous chili crab recipe.
And what followed? Hands down the best feast ever. Fresh, messy, packed with flavour, the kind of meal you'll only get when you catch it and cook it the same day. This is living, Barry.
See that patch, mate?
Yep. I reckon that looks pretty good, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there it
He's
is.
just dropped the net on the ground.
Yep.
Cool.
Let it come over that.
Right, a big
All
smile,
right.
Pete.
Safe spot, Pete.
Whee! All right, we're going around again. Okay, so what happens is we've got drop nets, so you just put them down, they lie flat on the sand. They put in bait, which is salmon, and they cut rings and they clip them into this grid. and we just keep going round and round and round and then just collecting them as we go. So we've got, how many we got, Pete?
I reckon we've got six crabs so far.
All right, we've got 6 crabs, and how many are you after?
I reckon we're a dozen to 20.
All right,
Let's catch crab.
bring it around, Pete. Right, we're going to get one, guys. The captain has given me the responsibility of pulling this one up. Now the trick is you've got to do it quickly. Yeah, either I get it in or I go in.
He knows the rules. Oh, he's on.
Okay, let's go.
Look, colour.
We've got colour.
Oh, yeah, we've got colour.
Whoa!
He's a goodie.
Little piggy.
He's a keeper.
You little beauty. We've got, how many have we got?
7.
Got 7, okay. So I've been put on charge again because I've actually done a good job. The boys said to me, stay on, could be the good luck charm. So here I am, here we're going to go. We're coming up to the next float. Let's see what we've got. Oh,
We've got colour. We've got a lot of colour.
Definitely size.
Yeah, well, you're on a roll. I can't do anything about it. I want my job back, but you've stolen it.
Oh, mate, I'm quite happy for you to have it.
Oh, 2, but they're throwbacks. So there it is. Coming around, he's on a roll. He's got 2 from 2 and a good size.
Colour? Yes.
Yes, got colour and it's a beauty.
You little ripper. They seem to be better out here, don't they?
Yeah. I reckon we'll check those. That's easy.
So I've decided to move the pots. We're going to move them out further deeper. The tide's coming in, and Pete reckons that they're going to come over this sandbank, and they're going to be absolutely hundreds of them. But we can only take a limit of what? How many?
10 each.
10 each. So 30. We've got how many?
9.
9.
Third of the
Okay.
way there, nearly.
Third of the way, but we got to feed.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon. Go, guys. Triple.
No.
That one goes back there. So guys, if you're interested in doing this, you've just got to get a couple of drop nets and some rope and then a float. And we're in a boat, so we're just going round and round and round. But Pete was saying that you could go down to your jetty and then you could just throw them over the side. And you got to bring them up pretty quickly, every sort of 10-15 minutes, and then throw them over and just repeat. So it's not hard. And we're bringing up the next one, and we're just going to ask Chris, what do you reckon?
We got colour.
Alrighty, there we go. We got colour. When we say colour, they're so bright and blue. So this is part of the fun of it. You see the colour of them. Here, I'll show you.
Look at that blue.
Look at the colour on that.
Oh, aren't they gorgeous?
No worries,
Wow.
he's-
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Look at the colour.
Oh, that's unbelievable. They're stunning.
Yeah, look at the colour.
Oh, well, aren't they big?
Well, that's the one I got.
Oh, yeah, it's got P written on it.
Well, they're all legal, so that's the main thing. Yep, so chili crab, here we
Oh,
come.
my God, are you kidding
What's
me?
going to go in it, Chris? What's in chili crab?
Chili crab, tomato sauce,
Yes.
chili, olive oil, no olive oil, garlic. I didn't know. Well, that's 20.
Oh, 23.
23. There we go. Stage 1 of Blue Swimmer chili crab.
How's that, guys? We're going to have chili crab tonight, aren't we, boys?
Here he is.
Could put them upside down.
Oh, ho, ho. What do you call that, Pete?
Crabs.
What's this, Pete?
Garlic, ginger, and vegetable.
Oh, because you want the flame, don't you?
Yeah, we're gonna have the heat.
You've got to have the heat, yeah, with the wok.
Let's say 2 cups of good old tomato sauce.
How much soy sauce do we put in, Pete?
I reckon a cup. About a third.
Put 3 cups of tomato in.
Yeah, 1 cup of.
Okay, 3 to 1.
Half a cup of just white vinegar.
So I want half a cup of sugar.
Mix that up. And we are
Ready to cook.
crabs.
All right, what are we doing, Pete?
This is the garlic and the ginger and the vegetable oil. And I'm going to give them a little toss. We're going to fry them now.
Yeah.
Chilies in. Pepper.
Oh, that's chilli, all right.
I wished you could smell this. What have we got happening here, Pete?
We got some chili crab, pepper, black pepper, chili, ginger, garlic, vegetables, and we'll finish it with a bit of soy and tomato sauce of all things.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good. So you've got like the sweet and the sour happening?
Yeah, sweet and sour, tomato.
How good is this? How lucky are we to have this like first-hand experience straight out of the ocean, straight into the pan. Everyone's starting to cough because of all the spices. Look at that. What are you boys having tonight or not? I'm having.
Steam a little bit. We're nearly ready. I reckon 5 minutes.
You happy?
I'm very happy, mate.
How do you know when it's ready?
It's really guesswork, but I look at the colour of the claws. If the outside of the claw is all red, they're probably ready. If they've got any bit of that blue left, not quite.
Okay. That's a hot tip.
Oh my, are you kidding me? Holy cow.
There we go. Wind up your sleeves. This is what we've been waiting for.
Hey Chris, what are you having?
I might just have rice.
Good to meet you. Cheers. Places like this are a good reminder that some of the best experiences come from choosing the quieter option. Camping off-grid here on the Yorke Peninsula gave us space to slow down and explore at our own pace and really connect with the coastline without the crowds or the high fees. Inneston National Park really surprised us with how much it offers and with an easy reach of camp, and it's definitely somewhere we'd come back to. If you're planning a Yorke Peninsula trip and looking for beach camps that are genuinely worth it, we really hope this episode helps. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone. how good is Innes National Park? What did you think, Pete? What was your fave?
I absolutely loved it. My favourite spot was Stenhouse Jetty. Absolutely picturesque, just beautiful.
And it was quite majestic, I reckon, too, out of all the jetties, wasn't it?
I think it's my favourite. I just like the way the headland curves around behind it.
Yeah, stunning. And I think I'd have to say my favourite was having a swim in those rock pools round on that remote beach called Shell Beach yesterday. That was fun. The scrambling over the rocks. We would never show you that on camera because it wasn't a pretty sight. But anyway, it was just so joyful to get in there in that beautiful water and swim around in a rock pool with nobody there on that beach. Fantastic. But listen, guys, we just wanted to say too, thank you so much for all your fantastic support. We have had such a great response to our new Caravanning Australia Tips 101 series that we are definitely going to keep going onwards and upwards with it. And don't forget to send us in your tips and suggestions for what you might want us to cover in future episodes. And also, Pete's got somewhere really exciting that we're going to go into a nice little pocket up in the Southern Flinders Ranges.
Yeah, Southern Flinders Ranges. This one is something that we came across, friends of ours told us about it, and it looks really exciting. It's a forward drive track, so stick around for that for the next fortnight and we'll bring that to you.
And guys, thanks again so much always for liking, commenting and subscribing. You know, we always say it, we can't tell you how grateful we are, and you guys all take care and happy caravanning adventures always, and we'll see you out there in the next adventure.
Can't wait. See ya.
Bye.